Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So today is BookList Thursday, and you know what that means. BookList Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of book thoughts, ideas, recommendations, something bookish related. And we are at the end of our thankful Thursdays. It's so sad. So first of all, I want to say a big happy Thanksgiving to all of my United States friends. This is one of my favorite holidays ever. It's a little bit different this year, a little change of tradition, but we're gonna have a fantastic time because it's gonna be at my house. So my library will be for dinner. It's gonna work, it's gonna be great. But it's one of my favorite holidays because I get to get together with my family, whom I just love. I can't get enough of them. And it's food, so two of my favorite things, absolutely. So anyways, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and are blessed to be with people that you love. So, all right, let's get into our last week of our genres that we are thankful for. So far I've done historical fiction, thriller, YA, and this last one was kind of, I mean, I could do this for another like 3 weeks because I'm not going to touch nonfiction. I'm not going to touch specifically World War II historical fiction. There's just more I could talk about. But when I really came down to it and I was looking at things, I can't not pick a genre. I can't pick the genre that I'm thankful for that has two of my all-time favorite authors in it. So that would just be wrong. So we're gonna go with my final favorite genre is contemporary. So I have 5 books, but I'm going to probably talk about a lot more. And we're just going to start out, we'll just start out with what's on top. And we're going to say Christina Lauren's Love and Other Words. And I am a horrible Christina Lauren fan because this is the only book I've read by them. It's written by two, I think they're sisters. There's 2 authors. The only one, but I need more. I need to get my hands on more. I need to read more Christina Lauren, because I fell in love with this book. I still think about this book. I think everybody needs an Elliot in their life. It's fabulous. So we have Macy and Elliot. We know that they're friends as kids, and then we see present day, and they don't really have a relationship yet. They were so close when they're kids, and so as you go through the story, you kind of discover what exactly kind of tore them apart, and also figuring out, are they going to get back together? And it's so lovely. I love it. Love the writing. I love that kind of dual time perspective. It's a fabulous book. So then let's talk about 2 of my favorite authors. The number 1 is Colleen Hoover, who writes contemporary like all the time, except she's been getting into like this like thrillery, suspenseful with Verity and Too Late were very different. But her kind of typical Colleen Hoover books. This is It Ends With Us, which is one of my top 3 Colleen Hoover books. This really talks about Lily, and she's in an abusive relationship with Ryle and kind of how she handles that and what happens from there. I do understand there are some problems with Colleen Hoover books. I don't care. I love them. I really love them. I'm not ashamed of loving them. So if you're like, oh my gosh, Lindsey, I can't believe that you read Colleen Hoover. Well, first of all, where have you been? Because I can't talk about them enough. Second of all, I do. I love them. That's great. It Ends With Us hit me at a very personal level. We don't have to talk about that now, but this book resonated with me so much. It's awesome. Other books by Colleen Hoover I love is Ugly Love, Maybe Someday, November 9. I haven't read a bad one, I'll tell you that. She has a new book coming out in December called Regretting You that I cannot wait to get my hands on. It's fantastic. I love them so much. So It Ends With Us, if you want to start with that book, I would highly suggest it. It's great. Oh, Confess is another one that's good. They're all awesome. The other author that I wholeheartedly love, and I've seen her I think 6 times now, I have a plethora of her books, is Jodi Picoult. Jodi Picoult gets me to think and question myself and question what I thought I believed in like no other author has ever done before. Some of the books I love by her are Leaving Time, Lone Wolf is good, Spark of Light is great, Change of Heart. Storyteller's fantastic. That's more historical fiction though. What else? What's the Faith? Keeping Faith? Oh, 19 Minutes, fabulous. My Sister's Keeper. Keeping Faith, Plain Truth, The Pact, Mercy. Oh, that'll make you think. Oh my gosh. So many good Jodi Picoult books. I have not read them all. So I have 4 books I'm excited for. I picked up Change of Heart. This one, I believe, follows a little girl named June, and she's waiting for a miracle. She needs a heart transplant, I believe. And she matches perfectly, I think, with I believe with an inmate who's on death row. Is that it? Well, how about we read it and we figure that out. So one moment, June was happily looking forward to years full of laughter and adventure with her family, and the next, she was staring into a future that was as empty as her heart. Now her life is a waiting game, waiting for a time to heal her wounds, waiting for justice, and waiting for a miracle. For Shay Bourne, life holds no more surprises. The world has given him nothing, and he has nothing to offer the world. In a heartbeat, though, he gets one last chance for salvation, and it lies with June's 11-year-old daughter, Claire. So Claire's the daughter. But between Shay and Claire stretches an ocean of bitter regrets, past crimes, and the rage of a mother who has lost her child. Father Michael is a man whose past decisions led him to devote the rest of his life to God, but when he comes face to face with Shay, he must question everything he's been taught to believe about religion, both good and evil, about forgiveness, and about himself. I think it's something to do with a heart transplant. Yeah, would you give up your vengeance against someone you hate if it meant saving someone you love? So it's going to make me think. It's going to be fantastic. I love her chapters all are from the different characters' perspectives. It's fantastic. So pick up a Jodi Picoult book. And a couple other books that I'm really excited for. One is First Frost by Sarah Addison Allen, which this feels like a really good time of the year to read First Frost. I've heard great things about Sarah Addison Allen. This one takes place in October in North Carolina. As temperatures drop and leaves begin to turn, the Waverly women are made restless by the whims of their mischievous apple tree and all the magic that swirls around it. But this year, First Frost has much more in store. Another Claire, has started a successful new venture, Waverly Candies. Though her handcrafted confections rose to recall lost love, lavender to promote happiness, and lemon verbena to soothe throats and minds are singularly effective, the business of selling them is costing her the everyday joys of her family and her belief in her own precious gifts. Sydney, too, is losing her balance. With each passing day, she longs more for a baby, a namesake of her wonderful Henry. Yet the longer she tries, the more her desire becomes an unquenchable thirst, stealing the pleasure out of life she already has. Sydney's daughter lost her heart to a boy she knows it belongs to, if only he could see it. When a mysterious stranger shows up and challenges the very heart of their family, each of them must make choices that have never confronted them before, and we go from there. So it just sounds like a good family story. And the last one I have to pick up, I know it's been on my shelf for too long, is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hang. This one, I believe, follows Stella. She is very, very smart and very good at her job, and she doesn't have a lot of experience with dating, so I believe, let me see, she also has Asperger's. So she, I think, hires somebody. She hires an escort, Michael, to teach her how to kiss and to kind of date her. So I've heard great things about this. I've heard it's really sweet. I've heard it's Eleanor Oliphant vibes. I could be wrong with that, but I've heard awesome things, so I can't wait to pick that one up as well. So those are my contemporary books. Cannot wait to get started with them. I need to read more Jodi. And Colleen's coming out in December. So, I mean, so many books, so little time, right? Again, I need your recommendations. I love them. Thank you so much for sending them for the last 3 prompts. Leave them in the description below. I am making a list. I really am, because I trust you guys. You know what I like. You got it. Otherwise, like, subscribe, hop over to Sarah's channel, see what she has for her last prompt. I don't know. I have no clue what it is. We'll see what it is. Again, have a wonderful Thanksgiving Day. I know I will be enjoying some time with my family, and I hope you have a great day with yours. Otherwise, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.